London, and I've been studying this year at Yeshivat Torah Betzion. In this week's Parashat, Chukat, we come across a quite odd incident in which Moses, after seeing the Jewish people complain once again, and God sending a plague of fiery, poisonous snakes to punish them, builds a copper snake to heal them from the plague. And what's particularly odd about this incident is you'd think that animals made of molten metal are on the taboo list for the Jewish people, especially after the golden calf incident. So the question is, why would he go so far as to build this kind of very odd and potentially idolatrous symbol in order to heal the Jewish people? And also, why is this particular rebellion do they get away so easily? Because the previous two Parashat we've had the sin of the spies, where the entire Jewish people were sentenced to die in the desert, and the rebellion of Korach, in which Korach and everyone on his side were swallowed up by the ground instantly after the rebellion. So we see it's, in this case they have a plague, but they're healed pretty much instantaneously. It's not that big a deal. And the answer is that over the course of this parasha, or from the end of last parasha to this one, there is a gap of 38 years in the Torah narrative. And at this stage, it's an entirely different set of people, and that their complaint is not, it's not the kind of trivial or rebellious complaints of what we've seen so far in the Torah, but they're complaining because they want to go to Israel. When they say, why did you take us out of Egypt? They're saying it's pointless because we haven't arrived in Israel yet. Before they were saying, we should go back to Egypt. And so, the point of the copper snake is actually supposed to be ambiguous. We see that Rashi, commenting on the Mishnah in Rosh Hashanah, says that the people would look up to the snake, and if they thought of God, then they would be saved. And it was to cull the remainder of the Jewish people, to show them that to see if they had really matured past the stage of the spies, the golden calf and Korach. Because the ones who looked at this ambiguous symbol and thought of God were ready to go into the land. This is relevant to us now in the sense of we see all these these things that help us in our lives, and the same as the philosophy, the medicine, the technology that's as indispensable to us now as that snake which healed the Jewish people was to them in the desert. And when we look at it, we can either see, this is an end in itself that we have to devote our lives towards, or we can see it as a tool to be used in living our Jewish lives. And the kind of reminder that you get whenever you see an ambulance of that is a snake on a stick, exactly the same as the one described in this week's parasha, as Moshe made.